sometimes indecisive.
I think with Michael, I think he's so down to earth. We're just really, really getting along. So it's been really nice to see him sort of like let go a bit and just have a laugh. So it's been really nice. You are my type.
Hey guys, and welcome to Little Black Book. You already know what time it is. We're here to give you the Love Island review. Listen, if you're new to the channel, make sure you like, share, subscribe, baby. Okay, that note was off, but don't watch that.
Am I being stupid? Fucking not getting in bed. I wasn't going to do anything. No, I know, but I'm saying we can chat. Yeah, you can chat, but I mean, I think it's pushing it on the first night, mate.
Little Black Book, you know what time it is. If you're a returnee, you ain't got the minerals, baby. Listen, bam, inject it. Listen, are you mad? You're lean a gay. Alright, listen, guys, let's get into the video. What it is, what it do. We are talking about my boy Michael. Oh my freaking days. Did it go down or did it go down? Listen, let me just put it like this. I knew Michael would have his head turned eventually if somebody new came in. Why do I say that? Because the truth of the matter is Amber's attitude is abysmal. It is cataclysmic proportions of incompetence.
What are you saying then? Right, you tell me what you're saying then.
What am I trying to say?
Yeah.
You don't need to be funny with me all the time over every little thing.
Right, okay, so how's that trying to squash the situation? Let me tell us
Just about how you try and squash the situations. You don't do it perfectly either.
Okay, I just made those words up. But listen, her attitude, yeah, is a turn off. Now, several times through the whole situation, like through the villa, you know, I think what's kind of made Michael really think is that the texts have really done a damage here, man. The text that said obviously he's whipped, I feel like he felt like people have misunderstood that fact, and he mentioned this with Joanna when they were talking, that he feels misunderstood, because I feel like he felt like the reason why he's apologizing is because he's apologizing because
Things are going well. I wouldn't really say we've had our ups and downs. We've had like a little blip, yeah.
What is it that do you reckon it's not going as well? Or is there anything that you're a bit like unsure of with you two?
Is there certain things that have kind of gone on that I think is quite childish? Yeah, there is. And are they things that I would probably put up with outside? Probably not as much as I am in here. She's quite straight with everything, but like at the same time, she
wants to keep the peace. He doesn't want a beef. He doesn't like that. And as the girls even said, I think it might have been Jordana or whatever said, Joanna said, like, you know what, the best thing about Michael is
so down to earth. We're just really, really getting along. So
he's attractive but humble. And not only that, he's down to earth. He can have a chat with you, he can have a laugh with you, and he never makes it known that he's a good looking guy. You just see that he's a good looking guy. And for women, that must be so powerful. He's not arrogant about it, do you know what I'm saying? But he's still confident, do you know what I'm saying? He's got a nice bit of chat about him, do you know what I mean? He's inviting, he's talkative, do you know what I'm saying? Like, dresses well, like, do you know what I mean? He's accomplished, like, he's got a degree in biomedical science. Like, what more do you want from the guy? He's a complete package. Forget Ovi, this guy is a complete package, bro. Do you know what I'm saying? You know, he's even got the tattoos there for you ladies who love that kind of stuff. So, for me, Michael is a specimen, right? But what's happened is, obviously, first of all, like I mentioned, the girls had planned and plotted to make sure that he is not going to go back in that villa without one of the girls there. Because I remember in the last episode where someone said, obviously, someone should get with Michael just for the sake of getting Michael. They just want to basically want to ruin Amber. But I think I want to focus more on the Michael and Joanna situation. Now, I think maybe a lot of the audience were kind of confused as to why Michael was being disloyal to Amy or Amber, or about to be disloyal to Amber. And here's the thing. Amber's attitude was poor. Not only that, her lack of taking responsibility, is a problem. I don't think, when he says about age of Amber, he's not talking about her actual physical age. What he's talking about is the attitude of her age.
Like a little blip, yeah.
What is it that do you reckon it's not going as well? Or is there anything that you're a bit like unsure of with you two?
Is there certain things that have kind of gone on that I think is quite childish? Yeah, there is. And are they things that I would probably put up with outside? Probably not as much as I am in here. She's quite straight with everything, but like...
Look, you can be 21 and be a mature 21. You can be 22 and mature 22. But you can be a 21 and very immature. And therefore, the way you deal with situations, it makes it unattractive. Now, Amber hasn't been rejected before. Like, so for her attitude and her arrogance may be on a certain level. With Michael, like he said to Joanna, on the outside, we're never taking this on the long term. Now, I want to say this as well. Joanna is an absolute beast. Not only is she good looking, but she asks good good questions. I call it.
What is it that do you reckon that's not going as well? Or is there anything that you're a bit like unsure of but with you two?
Is the same.
You're at age you're going to want to settle down and meet someone. And none of these little games back and forth like hinting, whereas actually you probably prefer someone to be straight up and be like,
tell me,
yeah, I like you and this is it. Do you know what I mean? Sort of thing. Yeah, definitely.
Ended questions that also allow for the person to, one, interpret the question that you want them to by answering qualitatively, but also as in the sense of she asks open questions descriptively to get a certain answer from him. Like when she was questioning him about how do you feel about Amber, etc., there was a way that she answered the questions that got him to say, you know what, I'm not going to lie to you, obviously me and Amber were cool, but to be honest, you know what it is, at the moment she's moving a bit mad. And then she obviously asks again, I call it probing questions, where she asks questions.
Just from like my own sort of standing take, like are you like open to meeting, you know, I get it's the first date.
It is like the first date kind of thing, and it's one of those things where like...
At which point Michael had to obviously say...
And it's one of those things where like, if somebody comes in that's genuinely like well better suited to me than Amber is, then it's one of those things that why would I put myself out in order to make someone else happy? I know that sounds quite savage, but like I still have the feeling that like her exact type will walk in and that will be her done.
So do you not think you're her exact type, or would you?
No.
You know what? I would consider it. Why would he consider it? Because it's not about the age of Amber. Please don't misunderstand. It's about their attitude. If he can find somebody who's got a better attitude, of course he's going to go. That's what he mentioned. He said, listen, if I can find someone who's going to really turn my head to me, you know, on that level, then yeah, I'll be stupid not to consider it. Do you know what I'm saying? And I feel like he's considering it.
Am I being stupid? Fucking not getting in bed. I wasn't going to do anything. No, I know, but I'm saying we can chat. Yeah, you can chat, but I mean, I think it's pushing it on the first night, mate.
Now, I know he's considering it because we fast forward where they had the second conversation. And it's obviously, in fact, before that, Michael regrets not sleeping in the bed. In fact, it is haunting him that he didn't sleep in the bed. There was a decision to be made, obviously, about what happened at night time. Do they go and sleep in the bed, or do they just go and sleep outside, right? To be respectful, because obviously the Amber thing, right? So obviously he chooses with the guys, you know, with Tommy and Curtis to go and sleep outside, yeah? But what happens is, as he's laying there, he's talking, I can't remember who he's talking to, and he's saying, should I stay in my bed? Like, would it have been a problem if I did that? Now, when he's asking that question, he doesn't, it's, what do you call it? It's, what kind of question do we call that? It's, a rhetorical question. He doesn't want to answer for it. What he's actually doing is sounding out his thought process. Like, would it have been a problem if I actually went into the bed? Basically, he wants to give himself an excuse to move mad. Let's just be honest. I like Michael, and I feel like, bro, you're a king. But I've got to be honest and be truthful. He's looking for an excuse to move mad. And so what he's doing is sounding out the information like, okay, cool, would there have been a problem, He doesn't necessarily want to answer, but if he gets an answer, he wants it to be one that would actually feed the ego. Yeah, bro, go and sleep in the bed, man. Why are you even out here? He would want that answer, but he didn't get it. Cool. Then obviously the next day he actually speaks to Joanna again, and they're talking now, and he mentions about the fact that he probably should have slept in the bed. And then as he does that, Joanna's like, no, you did the right thing, right? You did the right thing. And as he does that, he backpedals on his answer, saying, okay, do you know what, like, okay, cool. He backpedals. Why does he backpedal? Because at the end of the day, you know what, he doesn't want to seem disloyal to Amber, but he has to also play it in a way that he can allow himself to kind of get to know Joanna without feeling guilty about getting to know Joanna. Joanna. So you can see that obviously, I think it's even earlier on when he was talking to Joanna, Joanna obviously asked him about Amber, or about him and Amber, and he scratched his collar a few times. And I think I've seen this behaviour from him before. It was when he was on the table with Maura, and Maura was asking him about him and Amber, and he scratched also again. I think he scratched his neck that time, just before it happened, just before he answered. And it just shows me when he does that, he's one in thought process, and two, it's not going to be a straightforward answer. And so that scratch on the head is like, oh, this is a tough question to answer. Do you get what I'm saying?
You are my type, and obviously I wanted to get to know like where you're at. Obviously you're coupled up with Amber, like how are things going?
Yeah, things are going well.
So yeah, I mean, to be honest, Michael's in a tough position, because if he can find this girl Joanna, and he thinks that she's more mature or handle situations, and you know, she was putting her hat in the ring too, you know, when they were sitting there, and she was saying, obviously, number one, I feel like you're my type, you know, and the way she went and said, obviously, you're a Libra, I'm a Libra too, like that big kind of thing. And then obviously the next day when she's talking to him and saying, you know what, she's almost putting the boot into Amber, but not fully doing it, by saying, you know what, I'm a straightforward person, do you know what I mean? I will tell you straight if that's what happened, you know. And I think one of the things is, Michael, again, very smart. Just like when Maura came in, he explained the situation with Amber, and again, he's explained the situation with Amber here as well. And he's made the same complaint, which is that Amber's not straightforward.
Yeah, catching that too quick.
Because I will catch that too quick.
Why?
Because you really hit and miss with me. You don't have an off switch. If you want to listen to it, yeah. Sometimes it's just like, come on.
Okay, it's understood. So is there a problem?
Oh, there's no problem.
Right. Okay.
You're gonna walk away from me.
I'm not gonna move away. But like, what else is there to say?
I just want to talk.
All of this game she keeps doing, Amber, it's not helping anybody. You know, at one point, I remember Amber said, obviously, she wasn't kind of paying attention to him, and obviously he knows that she likes him. How do we know that for sure? Like, he keeps saying he's not sure.
Day one, I just can't. I didn't realise. I don't know why I didn't realise.
Actually getting to know you and then realising that me and you were so alike.
Yeah.
It felt so natural to just kind of. I did tell you that I liked you, and you just kind of brushed it off as if I'd not said it.
By accident, not on purpose. I just.
Yeah, that's fine. I knew that you.
Do you know what I'm saying? And that's what's causing him to move mad right now, because he's not sure whether Amber likes him. And he mentioned as well that he knows he's not Amber's actual type. And I think that's.
So, I don't think you thought that you'd be in this kind of situation, especially me being not your type.
Like, just looking at you, you just look like you're gonna ruin a girl's life. You do.
Happy, I know that sounds quite savage, but like, I still have the feeling that like, her exact type will walk in, and that will be her done.
So do you not think you're her exact type, or would you?
No,
say?
I know for a fact I'm not her exact type.
So you reckon her head could be?
It's a worry for him, because I think he feels like if she got someone else, she would move on. I don't know, maybe that's just me, but I felt that kind of way as well. And when he was explaining the situation to the boys with Danny and I can't remember, it might have been Tommy, you know, he starts trying to explain the situation with him and Amber, and he puts the glasses on, and it's again, to show again, it's going to be a hard conversation. He then takes it off later on when he feels more comfortable to talk about the situation down the line. So I just noticed the little things that Michael was doing. It was quite interesting and quite eye-opening to see. And I think all the guys in the villa also, especially Danny anyway, surprised of the way that Danny is behaving. And I'm like, that's not out of the blue. That is something that's been brewing, that's been building. He's actually wanted that thing sorted out, but it hasn't sorted out. And so therefore, like, you know what, fam, you just keep your mouth shut. Like he said, he feels like he's being tamed because he doesn't want to say too much because he'll upset her. Do you know what I'm saying? He'll upset Amber. So he's been very careful how he talks.
I'm into you, but I need to know where you are at.
Over the past 2 days, I've been able to be myself. And I like to say if I've got a problem. And I feel like I can say that with you. Like if I had something to say to you, I could say it, whereas I don't feel the same when I speak to Amber. So in the sense of that, like the scales are tipping.
Ladies and gentlemen, Michael is done with Amber and her antics. He's done. Not only that, the kiss, the turn me on charade that they did, he looked like he was enjoying that deep. I'm not talking about just enjoying. He looked like he was fully enveloped and enjoying.
Wait, kiss it. Whoa, man!
To be honest, all I'm going to say is I feel like Michael is done with Amber. I feel like he will come back into the villa with Joanna. I think he just needs a few more days. He's already said he wants his bed back. He's going to get it back. They're going to be a sleepover. That's before you know it, fam. He's confused. Then before you know it, they're in bed. A few bit of touching, a little bit of lust. Then it just, when you get that into your mind, the lust then becomes part of your decision making and actually rushes you into a decision rather than actually going, actually, let me objectify what I'm actually looking here. It'll be a Cash Josh situation all over again with Georgie. I don't know if we can take. I don't know if Amber can take that. And I don't know if Michael can take that. That's my kind of 2 pence I'm adding. Make sure you like, share, subscribe. More love. I appreciate you. We will talk soon. Again, it's LBB. Make sure you like, share, subscribe. Let me know your actual comments. What do you think is correct? Let us know down below and we will get talking and cracking, baby. Little black book, you know what time it is. You know what time it is. Appreciate you.